Is America going to hell in a handbasket? Will government feed the takers until the makers are crippled? That's been the trend, but now there's something new in the air.
You work for us! You work for us!
For the first time since the founding of the Republic, people are visibly mad. They're pushing back against the growth of government. For good reason.
We're sending a message!
The interest in our debt alone will soon eat our future.
I mean, we've got all these time bombs built into these programs, and they will come due, and they will crash the economy. We've got to correct them.
But politicians promise to protect the spending.
I will protect Medicare.
Republicans, too.
It's going to cut Medicare for our seniors.
But occasionally a politician says, enough.
I have vetoed the budget.
When Gary Johnson was governor of New Mexico, he kept saying no.
I vetoed half of the legislative product.
They must have hated you.
They did. They did.
A fellow Republican called him ignorant of the political process.
One of my veto messages was, I'm vetoing this piece of legislation because it's just way too long and we don't even understand what it says.
After all these vetoes, New Mexico must have collapsed in a heap of misery and poverty.
No. What you would think is you've got to sign these bills to get reelected. I vetoed all these bills and I got reelected.
Reelected by a wide margin, while criticizing government.
Man is superior to government and should remain master over it, not the other way around.
Voters seemed to like that, but much of the political class didn't. And Johnson vetoed even nice-sounding bills, like, what does he have against child care? Establish a pilot program allowing the state to reimburse grandparents who take care of children in welfare families.
Pilot program, I think, is the key word there.
Pilot program sounds good. We're going to test it before we fund it.
The agenda was really about growing government, about spending more money, and really not making a difference.
Come on, guys.
But always spending more.
I vetoed a dog and cat exercise bill. And this was a Republican bill, but for my signature, it would have been law in New Mexico that pet stores exercise their dogs and cats 2 hours a day, 3 times a week. I signed that piece of legislation. I have to then establish the dog and cat exercise police. Well-intentioned, but come on, where does government end and where does personal responsibility begin?
The founders knew government should end at keeping the peace and enforcing contracts and property rights. Limited government leaves people free to pursue their own dreams, and that's worth fighting for.
We're in a fight up here, not over ideas, over an idea, which is the American idea, built upon the founders' principles.
And when he sees the Tea Party protests and entrepreneurs overcoming obstacles, he believes the American idea will prevail.
And that's why I'm really optimistic about this. I think we're going to turn this thing around.
And that's the same reason Art Laffer can talk about entitlements and still look cheerful. Why can you smile when we're going to hell?
Because I think we'll reverse it. Once you get to this position of a low-rate, flat tax, spending controls, turning all those programs into defined contribution plans, privatizing all of these assets, selling off Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, selling off GM, selling off Chrysler, selling off AIG, you can bring the fiscal situation back under control pretty quickly. You'll get such economic growth that you'll have huge increases in revenues. We can really change America and make it back into the dream that we all really hope it will be. I mean, we can do that.
I hope he's right.